I'm back, guys. I'm not gonna be back. Oh, come on. I hate when you click here, it'll shut down out like that. Oh, that's so pretty, I guess. I can't get you quickly later. Anyways, we're back to reading the ones on ideas last time we're gonna fish in this video. So we don't really need a background. Anyways, let us read. 4. Other countries. Contact a Microsoft affiliate serving country at https://ak.ms/ms support. This is the last one, by the way. 10. Support. For software installed as A. For software pre-installed device. For software generally, contact the device manufacturer and installer for support options. Refer to the support number of the software. License supplements to directive from Microsoft may provide a limited support services on properly licensed software subscribed at https://ak.ms/ms support. B. For software required from a retailer. Best advised limited support service for properly licensed software subscribed at https://ak.ms/ms support. 11. Binding aberration and class action waiver if you live in or if business, your principal place of business in the United States. We hope we may never have to. If we do, you and we agree to try for 60 days for software importantly. If we can't, and we agree to binding individual attribution before the American Attribution Association, AAA, and Federal Attribution Act, FAA, not to accord from a jury, and the not to sue in accord from a judge jury. Instead, neutral arbitrator decided to end the arbitration will be final except for limited right of review under the FAA. Class action lawsuits, class-wide attributions, private attorney general actions, and any other proceeding where someone acts in a representative capacity is not allowed, nor is combining individual proceedings with the consent of all parties. We are and includes Microsoft device manufacturer and software installer. A. Disputes covered everything except IP. The term dispute is as broad as it can be. It includes any claim or controversy between you and the device manufacturer or installer, or you and Microsoft concerning the software, its price, or this agreement. Under any legal theory, including contract, warranty, tort, statute, or regulation, except disputes relating to the enforcement or validity of your licensors or our licensors' intellectual property rights. B. Mailing notice of dispute first. If you have a dispute and a customer service representative can't resolve it, send a dispute by U.S. mail to the device manufacturer installer ATTN Legal Department. If your dispute is with Microsoft Military Corporation, ATTN Cellular Attribution, Microsoft Way, Redmond, WA 98052-6399. Such name, address, have to contact you, or what the phone is where you want. Or it's available at https:// go to microsoft.com/fwlink/link ID 24549. We'll do the same way as with you. After 60 days, you or we may start an attribution that dispute is unresolved. C. Small claims cooperation. Instead of mailing a notice to you, and if you meet the court's requirements, you may sue us in a small claims court in your country of residence, or if business, professional place of business, or your principal place of business, King County, Washington, USA, if you're using with Microsoft. D. Attribution procedure. The AAA will conduct any attribution as commercial aversion, or if your individual needs software personal household use, or device use 75,000 USD or less, or not you are an individual how to use software, its customer aversion rules. Right, you can see https://akms.addr, call 1-800-778-7879. To start an aberration, submit the form available at https://ak.ms/aberration. I think I'm definitely mispronouncing that. To the AAA, mail copy of the device manufacturer installer, or device associated with Microsoft. If you dispute in a dispute of like 25,000 USD or less, any hearing will be telephonic unless you're terrified it's good cause for an in-person hearing instead. Any in-person hearing will take place in your country of residence, visit your personal place of business, or our personal place of business, King County, Washington, if your dispute is with Microsoft. You choose. That's what you choose. The distributor may award the same damage to the individual as a court would. Then Arbitrator may award declaratory or injunctive relief only to you individually satisfying an individual claim. Under AA rules, the arbitrator rules of his or her own jurisdiction, including the arbitration of any claim. Of course, exclusive authority to force the prohibition on attribution on a classified basis or in a representative capacity. E. Arbitration fees and payments. Disputes one rules. Disputes involving 75,000 USD or less. The vice profession installer or Microsoft or properly reimburse your filing fees and pay the AA and arbitration fees and expenses. If you reject the last written settlement offer before that you're disappointed, your dispute goes all the way to the eviction decision called award. And the arbitrator awards you more than this last written offer, the device manufacturer or installer or Microsoft 1. Pay the greater of the award or $1,000 US. 2. Pay your reasonable attorney's fees, if any. And 3. Reimburse any expenses, including extra witness fees and costs, that your attorney reasonably incurs for investigating, preparing, and pursuing your claim or remission. 2. Disputes involving more than 75,000 US dollars. The AA rules are government payment of filing fees and the AA attributes fees and expenses. 6. Okay, we'll just do Lars. F. Must file within 1 year. You and we must file in small claims for attribution to any claim in dispute. We got caught there. Except intellectual property fees, see section 11.a. Well, 1 year from when the first could be filed, otherwise permanently barred. G. Severity. And if any part of section 11, binding attribution class action waiver, is found to be illegal or unenforceable, the remainder will remain in effect when action board issued before any court proceeding begins. Except that if a finding of partial illegibility or unenforceability will allow a class action, a class finder or representative arbitration, such line will be unenforceable in its entirety. H. Conflict with AA rules. This agreement governs this argument if it conflicts with the AA's commercial arbitration rules and customer arbitration rules. I. Microsoft as a party or third-party beneficiary. If Microsoft's vice manufacturer or if you acquired the software from a retailer, Microsoft is a party to this agreement. Otherwise, Microsoft is not a party, but is a third-party beneficiary of your agreement. When vice manufacturer and installer resolve disputes free of informal negotiation and aversion. 12. Governing law. The law of the state of the country where live, or if a business where your principal business is a principal place of business located, govern all claims concerning the software, its price, its agreement, including breach of contract claims and claims under consumer protection laws, unfair competition laws, implied warranty laws for unjust enrichment, and in short, regardless of conflict law principles. In the United States, the FAA governs all provisions related to arbitration. 13. Customer rights regional variations. This agreement concerns certain legal rights. You may have other rights, including consumer rights, under the laws of your state or country. You may also have rights with respect to the party from which you acquire the software. This agreement does not change those other rights if the laws of your state or country do not permit to do so. For example, if you acquire software with blue regions or mandatory country law applies, the following provisions apply to you. That's the pronounces. A. Australia refers to limited warranty. Refers to the express warranty of Microsoft or the device manufacturer installer. This warranty is given in addition to other rights and remedies you may have under law, including your rights and remedies under the Australian consumer law consumer guarantees. Nothing in this agreement limits or changes the rights and remedies. In particular, 1. The provisions excluding and limiting warranties, guarantees, damages, and remedies, and limiting duration of your rights under Section 9 headed warranty, disclaimer, remedy, damages, and procedures do not apply to the Australian consumer law, consumer guarantees, and your rights and remedies under them. 2. Support and refund policies referred to in Section 9E and 10 are subject to the Australian consumer law. 3. The Australian consumer law, consumer guarantees apply to the evaluation software described in Section 14.D2 And the preview software described in section 14.d4 and 4 are goods come with guarantees that cannot be sold under the Australian consumer law. And subsection goods refers to software for which Microsoft or device manufacturer or installer provides the express warranty. You are entitled to replacement refund for a major failure and compensation for any unreasonably foreseeable loss or damage. You are also entitled to have the goods replaced or repaired if the goods fail to be of acceptable quality and the failure does not amount to major failure. To learn more about your rights under the Australian consumer law, please review the information at hps://ak.ms/acl. Canada, you may stop receiving updates on your device by turning off internet access. If and when you reconnect to the internet, the software will resume checking for an installing updates. Alright? C. European Union. This academic use restriction section 14.d1 below does not apply in jurisdictions listed at hps://go.microsoft.com/sw link ID equals 5344978. D. Germany and Austria. 1. Warranty. The properly licensed software will perform substantially as described in any Microsoft materials that cover software. However, the device manufacturer, installer, and Microsoft get no contractual guarantee in relation to licensed software. 2. Limitation of liability. In case of international conduct, gross negligence, claims based on the Liability Act, as well as in case of death, personal physical injury, the device manufacturer, installer, or Microsoft is liable according to the statutory law. Subject to proceeding since the device manufacturer, installer, or Microsoft will only be liable for slight negligence if the device manufacturer or installer or Microsoft is in breach of such material contract obligations, the breach of which would endanger the purpose of this agreement and the compliance with which a party may consistently trust in so-called carnal obligations. In other cases of slight negligence, the device manufacturer, installer, or Microsoft will not be able to for slight negligence. E. Other regions. See hps://go.microsoft.com/link link ID equals 53497 for current list of regional variations. 14. Additional notices. A. Network data and internet usage. Some features of software may require device to access data. The access usage, including charges, may be subject to the terms of your cellular network for agreement. Certain features of the software may be accessed more efficiently, but software usage calculations may be different from your service provider's measurements. You're responsible for 1. Understand complying with the terms of your own plans agreements, and 2. Any issues arising from using access to networks, including public/open networks. You may use the software connected to networks and to share access to information about the networks, only if you have permission to do so. B. H.264/ABC and MPEG-4 visual standards and VC-1 video standards. The software may include H.264/MPEG-4 ABC and/or VC-1 decoding technology. MPEG-LA LLC requires this. This product is licensed under the ABC, the VC-1, and the MPEG-4 Part 2 Visual Pan Portfolio license for the personal and non-commercial use of a consumer to 1. Encode video in compliance with the above standards, video standards, and or 2. Decode ABC, VC1, and MPG4 Part 2 video that was encoded by a consumer engaged in a personal and non-commercial activity and or was obtained from a video provider licensed to provide certificate on license guaranteed or shall be applied for any other use. Additional information may be obtained from MPEG-LA LLC. See https://ak.ms/mpegla. C. Malware protection. Microsoft cares about protecting your device from malware. The software will turn malware protection if other protection of software is not installed as far to the system. Any malware software will be disabled and may have to be removed. Alright. D. Limited rights versions. If the software you acquired is marked or otherwise intended for a specific one use, you may only use as specified. You may not use such versions of software for commercial, non-profit, or revenue-generating activities. 1. Academic. For academic use, you must be a student, faculty, or staff of an educational institute at the time of purchase. 2. Evaluation, validation, or test demonstration. Use, you may not sell the software. Use it in the live operating environment or use it after the evaluation period. Notwithstanding anything to the contrary of this agreement, evaluation shall provide as is and no warranty, implied or expressed, including limited warranty, applies to these versions. 3. NFR. You may not sell software marked as NFR or not for resale. 4. Preview. You may choose to use Preview Insider, Beta, or other versions of software previews that Microsoft may make available. You may use previews only out to the software's expiration date and still should follow the terms of this agreement. Previews are experimental and may essentially different from the commercial release version. Notwithstanding anything that contrary to this agreement, previews are provided as is and no warranty. Limited Express, including the limited warranty, applies to these versions. By installing previews on your device, you may void or impact your device warranty and may not be entitled from support from your device manufacturer and network operator if applicable. Microsoft is not responsible for any damage thereby caused to you. Microsoft may not provide support services for previews. If you find Microsoft comment sessions or other feedback about the preview submission, you grant Microsoft and its partners rights to use this submission anyway and for any purpose. 15. Entire agreement. This argument, I keep saying argument, I mean say agreement. Together with a printed paper license terms or other terms accompanying any software supplements, updates, and services that are provided by the manufacturer, installer, Microsoft, and that you use. And the terms contained in web links listed in this argument are the entire agreement for the software and any such supplements, updates, and services. Unless the device manufacturer, installer, or Microsoft provides other terms such as supplements, updates, or services. You can review this agreement after your software is running by going to https://ak.ms/use terms or going to settings system about within the software. You can also review the terms at the time of the links in this room by typing the URLs into the browser address bar, and you agree to do so. You agree that you will read the terms for using the software services, including any linked terms. You understand that use software services, you ratify the agreement and the linked terms. These are also informational links in this agreement. This link contains notices of mine terms are Microsoft Purchase Statement, https://akms.ms/privacy, Rest Service Agreement, https://ak.ms/msa. Well, it took me almost 18 minutes to read the rest of the agreement from where I left off last time. Next, we're going to be reading the YouTube community guidelines, because I sure do love community guidelines. Okay, so that'll be for this video, guys. I'm going to be curious what my teacher says when I submit in this end-user license agreement. That's probably good. Anyways, the end.